lane going into an Ursa lane, that concerns me quite a bit. I feel like they have better chances this time than last game, honestly. I hated the last draft. I think this one, at least, I see a lot of potential to make plays. Moonlight runs into all of CDUB here. He's going to back out in time, though. But at least this time I see Eternity, all the heroes have stuff that they can bring to the table even if they're behind. They have potential gank setups, and this is a lineup that doesn't intend to just sit back and farm and hope that you get away with it. This is a lineup that has a plan. It has a plan to be aggressive, it has a plan to contest and fight for things in the early game. Like Fear said, whoever gets the most farm will probably be the one to win, and usually the one who wins the contest early is going to have more map to farm. So I like Eternity's chances more here than in game one, but looking at how they performed, it feels like CDUB are going to take this one too.
I mean, I'm with you there on your initial point. At least this is a lineup that certainly brings a more aggressive nature play style to the board, and hey, if you're going to go out, you're definitely going to go out swinging. That's the mentality I'm sure that Eternity has here right now. So it's the 2-for-2 bounty rune, and into the laning phase we will go. But again, being a mid player yourself, I'm sure you're intrigued. This Coddle versus Leshrac mid. Yeah. So what are the expectations here?
It's a pretty farm tradey lane overall. The heroes are, both sitting far back and just kind of nuking the creeps. I don't think that Lesh will land too many connections where he can follow up into the Coddle with his stun, because Coddle is going to be channeling that blast as well. Coddle mid, it's something that 9 was doing a lot, back in the days, but it also got nerfed almost because of him single-handedly, I would say. I have a lot of experience playing it and testing it out for myself as well. The nerfs made it so that you have a harder time killing the range creep now. You need to go up and do those auto attacks. Also, you don't clear full creep wave with level 5 Illuminate, which is really rough. You used to be able to go for no talismans for spell amp. Now you can't do that. So there are some things to be said about Coddle. Usually, though, we see him rush something like Urn into Orchid. Is pretty common for this hero in the current patch.
All right, we'll see Blessed Kid and what he decides to go for as far as the evolution in this game. But yeah, early on, as you're getting at, there are definitely some trading some blows right here and getting some back and forth CS fairly even for the time being. So bottom lane, been noticing, obviously, Ela, of course, playing the Broodmother back-to-back games, managed to get their hands on that. Yeah, the Broodmother Rubik opening. I mean, the fact that they were able to get that opening itself is, of course, well, very strong for the side of CDUB, and they were happy to have him, sure. Especially when you have Aframouche playing Rubik, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's getting his comfort zone, he's allowed to play it, and getting the Broodmother after last game is a surprise to me, but they have better stuff to shut it down now. Their reaction was better. A little bit of a toss back under tower here for Bloodseeker, gonna take a lot of damage, and actually has no salve or tango for himself, so CM has to pass him one.
Going to be fine. He throws out the blood right for a slight response, but yeah, no tango share yet, actually. Okay, there we go. Waiting for that eventually. Gets it to him and going to be able to regen slightly. But yeah, so you're getting at that they at least have more answers for the Broodmother, so on paper, ideally shouldn't be as effective of a game for Ela this time around, as that is going to be a kill though onto the Crystal Maiden. So, well, Aframouche gets credit for the first blood, but Broodmother there to assist, of course.
Yeah, this lane is just stronger early on here. I mean, Bloodseeker is a decent hero against Brood later on, but right now in the lane, the Rubik is just out-harassing the CM, and Broodmother being able to help as well, using that third skill, is offsetting the balance here in the lane. Because CM and Bloodseeker, they have a combo with a double nuke from CM into Bloodright, but overall, this harassment trade is going the way of CDUB pretty hard.
Mm-hmm. And of course, that leaves us on top lane, as we've been seeing a bit of brawling back and forth between the two supports up here. You got Treant Protector versus a Spear Breaker, both being those melee supports that aren't afraid to trade hits. But yeah, Treant, he hits hard, especially with the Orb of Venom in hand too. So, but Moonlight's been effective, using those boots of speed of his to pull some creep waves.
Yeah, he wants to get the courier, but Treant is protecting it. That's what he does, I guess.
Sure.
Gotta make sure that Spirit Breaker is not able to do anything. He also got his boots delivered now, so Tree with boots and Orb of Venom gonna be having a better time trying to go for pulls or just harassing in general.
Yeah, they're continuing to have their own kind of mini game off in the jungle as the cores are focusing more on the lane right now. But Ezekiel's heading over, trying to say hello.
Worth mentioning, by the way, is mid. If we take a look at the Caudle, what he's done in the jungle, he's actually done 2 triple stacks now on the big and the medium camp down in the Radiant jungle. So he's prepared himself to clear that. And invading there and stealing that could be a massive play for Leshrac. As Caudle is only level 4 for now, and he needs more points in Illuminate before he can really farm it.
Yeah, that's big. And you see the Observer Ward going down over there as well from the dire side. So, but speaking of going down, it's Crystal Maiden going down again at the bottom lane. She has proven to have a very difficult time. So, yeah, sound like a broken record, but it goes back to not much Bloodseeker. Down the line, sure, good against Broodmother, but right now, there's not a whole lot of assistance he can provide to help out this Crystal Maiden other than that Bloodright threat. And clearly not enough so far.
Yeah, it's a one-time nuke combo that they have, right? And before that kills anything, they need to harass first. So it's a bit tricky how they're gonna get an advantage on this lane. But so far, these deaths mean that Broodmother is having a great time. Moonlight getting a bit close to Ursa here.
Yeah, they've been running at him for a while. He got his charge off to get away initially, but they're still running at him. As you mentioned, Ursa getting close, and he eventually gets too close, and one more auto attack needed, as you see right there, to finish off Spirit Breaker. So it's now that 3-0 lead coming out for CDUB, as they'll comfortably farm at that tower as well, up at the top lane.
Yeah, and Caudle pulled back and farmed one of the camps. He farmed the medium camp, but we have a little gank here from Rubik. Might be able to set up on Caudle.
Yeah, trying to make him feel the pain here. Avoids the stun, though, and Caudle will survive. Has that spirit form active, and he's able to slip on out. So the gank from Rubik unsuccessful.
Yeah, just off the mark there. Leshrac not gonna connect with the telekinesis and the split earth combo. Got some tower damage at least, but Blessed Kid is just gonna run back and keep farming those jungle stacks. And Rubik has this freedom, by the way, to make this rotation just because they've been winning bottom. But now he left Broodmother. Can she die here?
She is very likely dead. Insatiable Hunger goes for the creep hit to heal up a little bit, but had to dodge the blood ride. And yeah, they take full advantage of Rubik adjusting to go to that middle lane, and they get the kill on Broodmother. So actually a good capitalize from Eternity.
Yeah, that's really big for them. And mid tower is gonna go down already. Losing tower at 640 as a Caudle. That is almost unheard of. Like, you do not want to lose tower that early on a hero that has one of the best creep wave clears in the entire game. Sure, Leshrac did a good job staying in tree line, and he's coming bottom. Sentry down, though. Gonna get spotted by CM, who just frostbites him and runs away.
Yeah, that's that Sentry MVP right there. It just happened to be there from earlier, so.
Namar's still in trouble, perhaps, but he gets his way out of that pretty nicely, maybe. Oh.
Ursa, another hit. Oh, the spear away, the perfect target. Sanctified unable to tank it, and he will eventually escape in the end. So, yeah, close call there.
As far as melee heroes go against Ursa, Mars is one of the better ones. You have 2 abilities that can both push Ursa away. So it is a double melee lane that they're running top, but Mars is one of the few who can somewhat decently survive against Ursa. The issue is, though, he's not contesting the farm at all. He is not able to touch the creeps. Ursa, having the face boots already and 1,000 gold to his name, is doing great on this lane. And wow, look at this. Speaking of stacks, CDUB have actually been able to stack up their Ancients. Gonna get a quadruple stack here with the Rubik on the Ancients. So prepping for Lesh to clear that, I assume.
Yeah, that would be the obvious, right? He's got level 4 Diabolic Edict. He has the Pulse Nova.
Edict's really bad against big stacks, though. It does like no damage when there's a lot of creeps, but the Pulse Nova will do it. He can smoke do it. See, he's using smoke, and just gonna use his mana on perhaps Split Earth and Pulse Nova here. Gonna be able to take it out.
Oh, very interesting. Okay, so yeah, saving the mana wouldn't get the most use out of that Edict, and yeah, the fact that he can sit. This is riveting gameplay we have, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, is he gonna win? I think he'll do it. Can he beat him?
God. Well, he's got it, yeah. So, yeah, great stacking, though. That's Alpha Moosh there to assist, as we saw. These spiders, by the way, they're chasing on a Bloodseeker. He is going to live in the end, but needing his supporting Spirit Breaker to come on in and help bash up the Broodmother to stay alive. So Brood's level 6 though, and thus the spiders are out.
Yeah, they're trying to go down there and help, but Bloodseeker's so low. They're gonna charge in. Brood is in danger.
Any TP support? I don't think so. And yeah, it is going to be a kill. I mean, even Coddle's showing up. So, hey, they wanted that kill, and they make it happen. So that's the good news for Eternity.
Still, one thing that's going good for them is that they haven't lost their bottom tower yet. So be careful on Bloodseeker. He runs up and hits the tower with 100 HP here. Gonna get healed up, the Coddle at least, who does have that urn and travels. Trying to activate here on bottom lane.
Uh-oh. Oh no, Bloodseeker, be careful. He is going to be fine. Got it, he steals up, and Mark's actually going to end up dying. The auto attack hits him. Now, Bloodseeker did go down to the Treant Protector, actually. So it is a trade there of sorts. And speaking of the tower, remaining alive at half-life, and Chase is on by CDUB, but unable to get close enough for any more.
Yeah, they at least defend the tier 1 tower. Not gonna allow Eternity to just push this tower, but they were the ones to have to react now, and Coddle just sits back, happily spamming. It looked like Bloodseeker was gonna live because of that Coddle heal coming in. At least it served to bait the Leshrac in, but I think ultimately Eternity, they are about to lose this bottom tower as well.
Yeah, just as you were talking about that, it's like, you know, good for them. They haven't lost bottom tower. It's now CDUB positioning to take down the bottom tower. I mean, even 4 heroes are going to show up, including the Leshrac, as, yeah, it comes over with that level 4 Edict. Now this I do know, Waga. Edict is great at pushing towers.
It really is. Yeah, Broodmother plus Leshrac in your team, you push really fast, and then you have Treant to start doing the repairs on the towers that your opponents are trying to push. The tower advantage quickly going the way of CDUB here. And they even TP Ursa in mid to defend against the catapult to make sure that they're not taking too much damage on mid as well.
So clearly, understandably, Eternity just giving up that bottom tier 1 despite it being full life at the beginning of that. As Rubik and Ursa, or Rubik and Crystal Maiden more so, are going at it right here. Rubik dealing with that solar bind, gets frozen in place as well, and they eliminate to finish the job. So we gotta give credit to Blessed Kid, absolutely. I mean, this Coddle he's top net worth, he's got a full Spirit Vessel now to go with the Boots of Travel. He is farming very well.
Yeah, it's the one thing that Coddle mid is exceptionally strong at, is that he farms really, really fast. So you're supposed to be #1 in net worth, pretty much guaranteed at this stage of the game, and he is doing his job. And now trying to activate and run around and gank a little bit. We're gonna see him go on the Treant here, and Solar Bind, you can't really move that much. I think this is just a solo kill.
Yeah, it should be. The Illuminate's gonna come through, and yeah, no chance to survive that at level 4. That's a lot of damage that Treant Protector having to accept right there. So yeah, the ganking Coddle goes
There's
top
a
using that
stolen
farm.
charge though. Look at Rubik coming in hot.
Rubik, zoom, zoom, zoom.
I love the animation for him charging.
Kind of hilarious. He gets the bash there, and there comes Ursa with the follow-up. So making great use of the Spirit Breaker still. Not an ability you'll see stolen too often, but Rubik definitely getting the kill with it.
Wow, and getting Illuminate level 4 is a strong spell for Rubik to have now. That is a lot of damage that he can provide, and from so far away as well. It's very hard to predict it. He can use it from Fog of War, so that was a nice kill and a nice steal to boot.
And Ursa getting credit for the kill. That was almost 500 bounty there that he'll gladly take in as that Battle Fury. It's going to be purchased at Bloodseeker. He's just dead at the bottom lane. The Spiderling's chasing.
Yeah, they tried to go on the Broodmother with a charge, trying to come in with a Rupture, and then possibly the ulti from Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker held his ulti though, didn't decide to use it because too many spiders. He had to start running away, but Bloodseeker didn't have any HP as he came in for that gank, so he just quickly became spiders. Just happened.
Not what you want if you're the Bloodseeker, but he's going to be back up in a second, and we'll see when he makes use of his time, as making good use of their time as this Leshrac is farming up in his own jungle, been noticing, and very close to that Bloodstone now. We see the Aether Lens just finished on Rubik. We know what especially Aframush can do with that. So obviously a big item for him to have. And how's Broodmother, by the way, is switching it up a little bit. We're not seeing that Greaves build. It's going to be more of the Orchid build himself.
Yeah, this is a different build, and that's because this game is not physical from Eternity. Last game was all in a physical damage pretty much, but good adapting to the game here, reading that, okay, there's a lot of combo heroes, there's a lot of spellcasting going on, there's CM ulti, there's Caudle who wants to nuke non-stop, and there's even Mars who wants to arena and then spear, which by the way did not work out for him top lane as he had to arena and run away from the top. So yeah, this is a better build for this game, for the Broodmother. Gonna work out really well for him, I think. And maybe he can go back for Greaves later if he wants it.
I'll see what he decides, but that Orchid's certainly going to be first. It makes sense as you're pointing out there. Speaking of the Brood, though, they're going to go in for a kill. There is a TP happening. Nether Strike pushback, the Blinding Light as well, the Illuminate coming through with that Spirit Vessel on top. That proves to be an easy kill for Eternity. However, will it bite them in the ass? Mark is here with that Haster, and so there's the turn on a Spirit Breaker. He wants more, though. He's hunting for more. There's no tower here. He wants the Caudle, and Caudle's caught out. Frozen in place thanks to Rubik. And that Frostbite that he stole with the Bloodstone activation of Mark, even healing on up. So Caudle's still alive. This is a fast hero. Almost running at 500 movement speed currently, but it just doesn't matter. It was inevitable eventually. Going to get run down. So good find on the Caudle, and he's out for another 40 seconds.
Yeah, these kills on Caudle are huge. Like I mentioned, Caudle is going to be the highest net worth, even after dying here, still topping the net worth chart, right? So that's on him early on, really, really staying. He gives away so much gold, over 500 gold for this takedown, and this is just Leshrac finding, moments to connect as well with this Bloodstone. He's going to have full uptime, never has to go to base. His mana is fantastic now. Mid CM might be in trouble. Jesus, the range on that Frostbite.
Yep, he's just dead. And also Moonlight going down to the top lane. No, they were setting up a kill. It looked like they're trying to make a play at the top lane, and eventually Spiritbreaker falls for that. But let's take a look at those odds. Obviously, down 1-0 now, and this game is seeming to be going in favor of CDUB. And yeah, no surprise. It's even gotten a bigger gap here, favoring CDUB fairly heavily. esportsbet.io, watch to earn platform. Check it out yourself. But this is CDUB feeling very comfortable about their positioning now. Aframoosh a little too comfortable. He even gets pushed with that rupture on him, so no chance to survive that one, and allows Leshrac to run, I suppose. But
yeah, he allowed Leshrac to even clear the triple stack on the big camp. So while he did die, and that is a low blow to CDUB's advantage here, Lesh did steal away a triple stack, and if you think about it, he gained that gold, the enemy lost that gold, so it's honestly worth about the same as that kill on a support. Obviously, you'd probably still want to be Eternity in that trade as more experience from a kill.
Mm-hmm. Orchid finished on the Broodmother, as we see. Kind of just chilling at his tower, but we're also seeing Leshrac was in the Rune area, is now heading towards the top lane because the rest of the team is up there and they're pushing that top tower. But Double King following up that Battle Fairy with the blink. Did not have a stun, though, to keep Bloodseeker in place, so quickly goes back to the tower. But with Fortification being used and Spiritbreaker charging in, however, he just quickly runs away. So it's like that, is Eternity actually defending here? I don't know. I mean, they're kind of, there they are, Nether Strike in Ursa. He's the focus, has that arrayed, can't use it yet. It's going to be coming out in a second, though, as the Overgrowth hits multiple heroes, I believe 2 or 3. Spiritbreaker, he's just dead. However, the Illuminate, that's going to do some good damage, but the Bloodstone active onto Leshrac, able to take out Crystal Maiden Ezekiel. Not sure about that, buddy. You were by yourself at that point, so it's a great opening, but there was 0 follow-up. He just melts.
Yeah, Leshrac gonna get away here if, or Leshrac not gonna get the Caudle here, so he's gonna get away here. If Lesh had his Eul Scepter as well, he could probably set up for even one more kill there, but perfect team fight going the way of CDUB, and they're immediately moving towards the Roche. They have the Ursa on their team. Gonna be a quick Roche, and that's gonna be Aegis onto, I guess you put it on Ursa since he has Blink, but you could also use it on the Leshrac if you want. I think Ursa is better though, because when you have Blink on Ursa, you want to start getting aggressive, and Aegis allows you to do that more confidently.
And there you go. It is going to be for the Ursa.
Oh, that region.
So
the dream. Full mana.
Why not? Yeah, using all those mana there and about half life. It's like, yeah, I'll just pick up this thing that it gives me full life, full mana. No big deal. So there he's good to go. Again, with that Eul's finish as mentioned too. Bottom lane, Bloodseeker, life continues to be difficult, unfortunately, for the side of Eternity. Broodmother might get caught for this, but no, Ursa just melts Crystal Maiden immediately. And then Broodmother is fine, especially with the big bear showing up.
Ended up almost being like a kill secure more than anything, as the spiders almost brought down the CM already. He comes in for sort of the last swipe there,
sure.
the one hit. But you know, that's the carry. You want everything. You want the gold. You want the kills. You need this to get to the Basher on Ursa. That's the point where he really becomes a counter for the Bloodseeker. Look at top now. They're trying with Arena. I guess they want the Leshrac.
Well, we saw the last arena. This time a little bit better because the team more ready to initiate follow-up. Oh, but the stun hits on a Spirit Breaker as he was charging in. Mars is dead, and so is the Spirit Breaker. The Overgrowth as well coming out. And what looked to be a decent opening from Mars, not so much. Rubik barely healed up enough to stay alive. He stole the freezing field. He's going to activate it, more of an intimidation factor, but a triple kill for Double King on that Ursa, and now the tower to fall as well. So again, the Mars initiation, they look pretty, but it's really not ending up in much.
I mean, he got the arena down, but immediately got combo breaker there by Rubik, and that's the value of this hero. He's a very, very fast hero to stop people initiating. He was spamming the telekinesis. I'm pretty sure he was spamming that before anyone even blinked in. They didn't have vision, but it looked like he lived so fast that he was already casting it before he came in there. So the team fights are not really going the way the attorney want, even with that smoke initiation. Bottom lane, CM running for her life.
Trying, and it looks like it is good. Oh, she turned around. What are you doing? No, barely turned around for a second. And that means the death of Crystal Maiden. So thought for sure he was going to get away. Never mind. And now more push happening from CDUB. You almost have to remind yourself, Waga, that we're just 20 minutes into this game. It almost feels a little bit longer, but CDUB is just really accelerated, and it's going to be even more after this tower kill.
Yeah, this is really ramping up quickly here, and CDUB, they are showing the full force of their draft, using it in a great way. I think one thing that we've mentioned before with this team, while their drafts always pretty much look very solid, and the panel and us casters, we usually really favor them in terms of just the lineups that we have, is that they have not always executed it flawlessly. But here in this series, they're looking like the stronger team by a mile. They're just dominating this.
Absolutely, and that's going to be another quick blow up on the Crystal Maiden, so she's out, no buyback chance. Here's the Mars initiation, but Spirit Breaker's also dead, so suddenly you're doing this in a 3 versus 5, and it's going to get worse as the Overgrowth used Blink on the Treant Protector. That helps to get pretty good positioning. Mars is dead, and now they're focused back on the tier 2
diving
tower.
for the Caudal, and get him too.
Oh, sure, why not? just the mid Caudal. We'll just take him out as well.
Caudal is
Brood diving all the way to the fountain.
Yeah, Brood is just hanging out. She's not even worried. She has BKB now as well, and gonna make her way back. Like, hey guys. Well, decides that she likes this place, taking over the base.
But we'll focus on the objectives, which is of course killing the towers and the racks in the end. So, yeah, it's hard to keep any sense of positive hope here for Eternity. I mean, we knew going into this, obviously winless so far, and on the verge of almost guaranteeing the fact that they're going to be bottom 2 with another loss here. Well, it's looking like that's going to be the case. But on the positive side of the storyline here of the series, I mean, CDUB does look good. They are drafting very well. They adapted their draft appropriately in multiple aspects, and they continue to be a team that's like, we're still not sure. I mean, they have potential to be a top 2 in the end. This is definitely a result that's going to help them at least get one step closer to having that chance.
Yes, CDUB are, I mean, they're delivering. They're doing what they need to do here. This is good Dota, and GG gets called, and that's going to be CDUB taking down Eternity. The name may be Eternity, but the game only lasted 22 minutes. Broodmother will do that to you.
That's one way to put it, yes.